Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel all about BI. So in the last session we discussed something about the pivot transformation and how to handle drifting columns or dynamically changing columns in the pivot table. So today I am going to show you a live demo how do we handle this drifting columns. Okay, so for that, right, we have to have a source file in which we should be having the sales records. Okay, so this is my sales data. This is my sales data. It has a certain number of products in it. Okay, I'll open it in Notepad++. So what we are going to do is it has sales data of various products, around 12 to 14 products. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we are going to add a couple of more items here. Okay, for example, we can copy certain records and change the products alone. Okay, what I'm going to do is instead of office supplies, I'll say product 1. Instead of fruits, I'll say product 2. Instead of household, I'll say product 3. Okay, so these 3 products are newly added in the sales list. Alright, so what we are going to do is we are going to add online mode for this also. For product 1, there is 2 types of sales happening. One is offline and online. For all the products, basically we'll have 2 channels. One is offline and online. Okay, so what we are expecting is before we have added these 3 items, right, product 1, 2, 3, if we use this particular CSV file to be loaded in the Azure Data Factory, right, number of products would have been 12 to 14. Okay, but after we added certain products to this list, right, and if we are going to load this, right, these 3 products are going to be automatically handled by the Azure Data Factory pipeline. So new products have been added, but we are not going to make any change in the pipeline that we created in the last session for pivot transformation demo. Okay, so let me save this. This is saved. I will go to portal.azure.com. Alright, so here I am going to upload the CSV file. So go to portal.azure.com. We have to upload the file, CSV file that we have modified now. So in my input folder, I just upload the sales data. This sales data was old sales data without the product 1, 2 and 3. So we are going to overwrite it with the CSV file that has new products in it. Alright, okay, so we'll upload it and let it get uploaded. We'll go to Azure Data Factory. This is the pipeline that we created in the previous session, and this points to this particular data flow. Totally 13 columns. Okay, when we created the data flow task, actually there were only 13 columns. In the sense, there were 12 products plus 1 total revenue column. Okay, so totally 13. So now we have added more items. Okay, 3 to 4 products we added now. So we have to be seeing in the output file the names of the new products that we added. Okay, so I'm not making any changes to this particular data flow. If you look at this particular pipeline, right, it's baby food, beverage, cereal, clothes, cosmetics, fruits, household, meat, office supplies, personal care, snacks, vegetables. So we have added what items? Product 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so we should be seeing it in the output file after we run this particular pipeline. Okay, so I'm not making any change to this pipeline. I'm just running it. I'm running the pipeline. So let it run for a while. It will take 30 to 40 seconds. And after we execute the pipeline and come to the output folder that we have in our storage account, right, we should be seeing a CSV file with the pivoted columns. This df pivot result, this is what we are writing the results to. So let's wait for this particular file to get refreshed with the new product information. 11:16. So it has written the new product details, I think. So click on it and click edit so that we can look at the data. Preview. So here we should be seeing the new products. See here, 1, 2, 3, both offline and online mode we added. Okay, so this is why we have to make use of the map drifted columns in our data flow. So how we added it is, we clicked on the pivot transformation and went to data preview and clicked on the map drifted. Once the data get refreshed, you will see something called map drifted here. We have to always press that. Okay, that has only enabled this transformation in the data flow, and which is only letting us write any type of product that is added newly or removed from the file. Okay, so see here, map drifted, this is what we clicked. And one more thing that you have to make sure is, go to sync and you just make sure allow schema drift is checked, because if you uncheck it, it's not going to write the new columns or new changes to the file. Okay, so I hope I have made this drifting columns clear. If you have any doubts about this, please let me know in the comments, and I'll be posting the file that I'm using in the kit, and I'll share the URL shortly. Okay, thanks for watching my video, and if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot for watching. Keep supporting.